Tough tape, no surprise, according to a new survey from Investopedia. Editor-in-chief Caleb Silver joins us here on set with the latest findings. Caleb, always great to see you. It's interesting to read the results because it sounds like people believe that we are in a recession, but they're somewhat worried right now about what's going on. You would think they'd be much more worried if they thought we were in a recession.
Yeah, 44% say they're extremely worried. About 73% say they're somewhat worried. What's really interesting, though, is you get this high anxiety on the one hand, and then you got this won't stop believing on the other, because a lot of them, 30% or so, are still trying to buy the dip in their favorite stocks. We've seen that behavior. If you look at results from Van de Track and others, retail investors have been trying to catch the falling knife here in a lot of different of their favorite stocks. Meanwhile, they're as worried as they've been about inflation or recession, relations with China, tariffs. Everything has got them concerned, just not doing too much about it.
And let's be clear, when was the survey taken? Did it capture all of the turmoil?
Absolutely. We ran it from Friday to last night because I wanted to capture everything after the reversal on the tariffs, after the smartphone stuff, after all of it, just to see where people stood. And people are worried but don't know what to do except either wait or try to buy some of their favorite stocks on discount. Today might have been a good day to do it. Really rough out there, and just getting more and more anxious as we get more and more cloudiness around the policy.
When I know you're coming on, I try to guess what's going to be the top concern. I never would have guessed inflation's back on top. Where do you think that came from?
Well, it comes from tariffs, and people have heard the drumbeat loud and loud enough about tariffs lead to inflation, full stop, whether it's consumers that are going to get the prices passed on to them or businesses that are going to have to pay more, which makes put our hands in our pockets when it comes to spending. You've seen the sentiment numbers. You've seen the inflation expectation numbers. This is in people's psyche right now. And if you listen to the Deltas of the world, the Walmarts of the world, they're telling you people are just not spending like they were on the discretionary stuff. They're getting the needs, but they're even cutting back on those.
Now, you do find some readers getting a little bit more defensive. They are going to cash or cash equivalents.
Yes, about 1 in 10 say they're going to cash or cash equivalents. That's CDs, money markets, piggy bank cash, call it what you want. And some people also pulling back a little bit into some ETFs. But what we're not seeing is this outright capitulation by retail investors. Not at all. And we really haven't seen that in any of these downturns. They've kind of tried to buy back in. Not everybody, but a good percentage are still trying to find the bottom here, see if they can get their favorite stocks on discount. It's just they don't know where that bottom is.
I like the word cloud because it really shows you who likes what, right? And so when you say favorite stocks, you're talking Amazon, Palantir, Tesla, Microsoft, Apple. They're really sticking to the NASDAQ 100.
Yeah, they love the NASDAQ 100. These are their favorite stocks. We've been talking about this for years. They just keep buying the same stocks. And if you look at retail investor portfolios and some of the biggest ETFs, they look just like this. So they can't believe that they've fallen this far and just don't know when they're going to bottom out. But there's still some of them trying to buy them, some of them standing on the side.
Right. Don't stop believing, won't stop believing journey, right? I mean, you have to go there.
That was a layup for you.
But it really has been such a journey for the investors here that they haven't had any reason to fear buying any dips for a long time. Even going back to the Fed-induced, I mean, that was the greatest time to buy stocks really probably in 20 years. It seems as if they've really gotten scared by this. Is it something existential with U.S. kind of status in the world? I mean, you've got depression on here is weighing in at a pretty. Are we defining this in different ways?
Yeah, we also like to look at what our readers are searching for on our site. They're looking up that. They're looking up 1987. They're looking up what happens in an extended recession to their portfolios, how to protect it. And then you have people on the wild side saying, how can I buy inverse ETFs that will take advantage of this or bet the opposite way? So you got some promiscuity along with a lot of people being very guarded right now. Yeah. It's a fascinating time for us.
An extra $10,000 is still going to individual stocks.
Individual stocks, but right under that, you see they're going to get a lot more cautious with money market funds. So it's either I'm going to take a flyer or I'm going to put it in the bank for now.
Palantir or cash.
Yeah, Palantir or cash.
What a choice. Caleb, always great to see you. Thank you. Caleb Silver.